We are just a few days away from the month of April, which means the road to the Spring Sizzler continues. In this episode, Kyle Rickey got a chance to talk to two-time winner at Stafford, Eric Goodale, who won the Fall Final 2017 and an Open 80 race in 2018.
The road to the 50th Spring Sizzler is getting shorter. In fact, we're within a month of the running of the greatest race in the history of spring, and we're able to catch up with a driver that is looking for his first win in the event. After being so close a year ago, driver of the number 58 GAF Modified, Eric Goodale, joins us now. And Eric, first off, how's the off season been? I know you were on track in Florida down in February, but leading up to that, how things going?
Going about as good as they could go. Certainly itching to get back in the race car. Feels like we haven't raced in forever. Doing one race over the last 4 or 5 months always gets lonely out there in the shop. So feeling good about this year, though, especially coming off a strong finish in our first race of the year.
That's a second place finish at New Smyrna Speedway. I mean, how important is it to get a good start to the season?
It's real important, obviously my goal this year is to, win as many races as possible, but it's just putting yourself in a hole early and keeping your crews, hopes up and everybody feeling good about the season. When you come out and you struggle from the gate, it's really hard to catch up and get that momentum back. So to have a good, strong showing and feel good about going to the next race is always certainly good to have. And, it's something stupid that, could happen that could dash your hopes, but we were able to keep it all together and bring home a good finish and get our year started right.
Here at Stafford, previewing the Spring Sizzler coming up in just a couple of weeks' time. You finished second a year ago in the race, the closest you've been to a checkered flag in that event. What do you remember about the craziness of the last couple of laps of that race from a year ago?
There was a lot going on. It was wet. It was caution filled. There was people on different pit strategies, and I was actually sitting sixth, I think fifth or sixth, prior to the last restart, and I was hoping I was content finishing fifth or sixth because I had taken my tires. Or I hadn't taken my tires and other people did. And I knew that at that point it was too late to come back through. So I was going to be content with a fifth or sixth place finish. And then that all happened. And I mean, really, we lost the checkered flag on a judgment NASCAR call. About, going through the wreck and the blend rule and all that, which is highly questionable. So it kind of sucked to lose the race that way. But at the same time, winning Martinsville as a season opener and then finishing second in that race as the second race of the year to start off 1-2, I was feeling pretty good, but still upset that we didn't get to celebrate in victory lane there. I felt like we had a good shot with the way everything turned out there.
So what would it mean to you to bounce back this year and win the 50th running of the Napa Spring Sizzler?
Well, if I had to choose one of the two, I'm choosing to win the one this year because this one is a little bit more lucrative. It's a little bit more special. It's an awesome format that's rolled out here. I'm excited to do the weekend worth of racing there, and I think it's going to be pretty awesome. We got some stout competition. I've been seeing the entries rolling in. We're going to have real good field of cars. So if I feel like if we could win this one, then there's not a race on the schedule that we shouldn't be able to win.
How does you mentioned the format with the heat races and then the dual qualifying races on Saturday leading up to the 100-lapper on Sunday, the Spring Sizzler. How does that change the game for you guys?
It doesn't. I feel like the heat races, whatever, are just a real good practice session because you can see how your car handles in practice, where you need to pick up on people, where you're better, where you're worse, to dial your car in. And then obviously with the duels, you're racing for real money there. You're taking home a feature's worth of money, and you're fighting for your starting spot, which has lap money involved. So I think that the duels are going to be pretty wild. And I think that people aren't going to be content with normal qualifying heat races when you're battling for third or fourth. That position actually means a lot more in this format.
What do you like about Stafford? The last few years, you've always run well here. You have a tour win here. You have an open modified win here. You finished second a couple of times, including the Sizzler a year ago. What is it about this half mile that you like?
I think I like the toughness about it. It's two different corner entries, two different corner exits. It's a bear to grasp at first, and I never raced there well in my first couple of years of modifieds. It took me a while to get the track down and to really understand what I need to be competitive there. But I don't know. I just like the ability to be able to pass at both ends of the track and to be able to set up passes at each end of the track. It's just like I said, it's tough to learn. People always come and ask when it's their first or second time there, what can I do differently? And it's like, man, you need some laps here. You need to figure it out. You can run 3 or 4 different lines and be good. You just have to know in what situation to run which line. So I just like that it's different all the time.
And we often talk about up here in the broadcast booth how the track is different. 1 and 2 to 3 and 4, each end is unique. Does one end suit you better?
I enjoy 3 and 4 better. I especially enjoy the roots grass down on the apron in 3 and 4. You may not like to hear that, but when you're really hooked up, you can sail the thing down there and make it stick on the bottom. It gets grippy during a race. So that's something that you typically can't do in a qualifying format or, in a 10 to 15 lap heat race. But over the course of an 80, 100, 150, 200 lap race, it rubbers in real nice. And, it changes the dynamic of how you can get through the corner. So I'm usually one of the first ones down there trying to lay rubber down there to know that I could use it when I need it. And it's probably my favorite passing zone getting down into 3.
Well, we look forward to seeing you down there here in a couple of weeks' time, April 23rd and 24th, the 50th running of the Napa Spring Sizzler here at Stafford. Eric, thank you for joining us here this afternoon. We look forward to seeing you at the racetrack here, hopefully with nicer weather and warmer temperatures here in 4 weeks' time.
Yes, sir. Thank you.